Hi everyone, it's Lynn from the Nomad Mom Diary blogging again. It's blog number 2. Wanted to tell you guys today, let you in on a little secret, which is I love to take a nice long 47-hour bath. Seriously, 47 hours. When I was a kid, I would sit in the bathtub for so long that my parents would turn off the electricity to force me out. I'm not making this up. You can ask my sister. In fact, Christy, go ahead, comment here, confirm this is in fact true. Anyway, I love to sit in the bathtub. I love to take a book, glass of wine, the laptop and watch TV programs, some snacks to tide me over. You know, pretty much everything I would need to survive. I like to take them in the bathroom, lock the door, run a hot tub, sit there till the water runs out, gets cold, run more hot water, repeat until someone turns the electricity off and makes me get out. That being said, I don't want my dishes to sit for 47 hours and soak in their juices the same way that I do. And this, my friends, is why I hate the British sink. Let me show you the British sink. Here it is. This is my sink. Looks relatively normal, like every other sink in the world. Let me show you the bathroom sink so you can see the alternate what annoys me. Turn the power on. By the way, this is the half bath that was featured in the last one. Note the 2 faucets. We'll talk about that later. So here's what really annoys me about washing here in the UK. When you turn the sink on and you start washing your dishes, there's no filter on it. It's spraying everything in the universe. And about the time the hot water comes out, for some reason the water stops running. So you have to turn it back on again. And this is because the British like to fill up their sink and then stick all their dishes in it and then wash them all together and then just rinse them off in some cold water and pretend like that's clean. That's not clean. You need to scrub it under the hot water and then rinse it off under the hot water again and then put it out to dry. Why is this so hard? I have no idea, but the whole system works around this idea of just letting your plates soak in the bathtub the way that I do. That's gross. The problem with the little sinks in the bathroom is that apparently the British are just not at all aware that the world has evolved and you can get hot and cold water out of the same faucet and it can live here in the middle. That doesn't exist here. I know. If you're British, this is probably rocking your world at this moment. But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, you either get steaming hot or butt-ass cold, but nothing in between. I mean, if you want to try and have some like lukewarm water, you got to move your hands back and forth really fast like this, and hope that you don't scald yourself on the one side and then freeze it back out on the other side, and somehow the mist that comes in the middle is lukewarm and that's what you wash your hands in. Does that sound feasible to anyone? Now try and imagine you're trying to do that with a 2-year-old. Does that sound feasible to anyone? No, of course not. So this is the problem with the British sinks, people, is that they're designed around letting your dishes soak for 47 hours together, or about only giving you hot or cold water at the same time. I mean, I once saw a website, because, you know, clearly I'm so adamant about this, I've gone out and done my Google research and looked into ways to get around this. And it was showing someone who had attached a Coke bottle to the 2 faucets in the bathroom and then poked a hole in the bottom of the Coke bottle. So it was like hot in here, cold in there, and one spout in the bottom where the 2 could mix together inside of the Coke bottle and come out at a normal temperature. I mean, what the hell kind of ghetto house am I going to have to live in that I'm going to have a Coke bottle attached to all of my faucets? This is wrong, people. It's wrong. Anyway, so that's what's stirring me up today over here in the Nomad house. The kitchen sink and the faucets. And you should be glad that Nomad Papa isn't here, or he would get started on the kitchen sink as well. I mean, we both hate to wash dishes because every normal person on the planet hates to wash dishes. But in addition to that, because you get soaked and the water turns off pretty much exactly when you need it to be on. So anyway, if you ever come to visit the UK, or if you ever come to live here because you don't read enough of my blog and you don't realize that that would be a crazy ass thing to do. Anyway, bring a Coke bottle in your suitcase so that you can have lukewarm water. And that's your helpful tip from the day. So thank you very much for tuning in to episode number 2 of Live with the Nomad Mom. And I look forward to seeing you all again for episode number 3, which will be about, I got no idea because I just barely came up with number 2. So hang in there.
All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.